And good Friday morning, everyone. Meteorologist Dana Melancon with you on Southeast Texas Express. We're broadcasting to you live from our studio here at Christus, Southeast Texas, next to Christus St. Elizabeth Hospital, and on the 5th floor of the Wellness Center, a wonderful weather studio here, television studio as well. And actually, the labeling is not correct. I hit the stream button and I looked, I said, oh, I've got the wrong tag. This is not our East Tex Freeway view, as I've decided to, for our Friday, change over to one of my favorites, and this is the view of the helipad. And we can see the crew. Well, the crew's actually, they've already started getting the chopper ready just for routine checks and flights and here and there, but it really makes an interesting shot whenever we're able to see it get out. But again, as far as the sky conditions are concerned, you can see the partly cloudy conditions that are registered just about everywhere. Let me, I've got the, let me get this graphics package going a little bit better there so we can get the current temperatures. There we go. Currently, gosh, it's Friday, and I would have thought by now I would have gotten it down to a science, right? Skies are partly cloudy, actually, not so much clear, and certainly not thunderstorm. But we're 79 degrees, 93% on our humidity reading, and east-southeast winds are at 2 miles per hour. And again, over the course of the weekend, with the instability, with the moisture available, we're going to keep rain chances in. Now, watches and warnings, no, which is good news there. The extreme heat seems to be staying well north and east of our area. Here's our satellite and radar loop of the 5-state area. You can see the rain's tapering off in Alexandria. Boy, we had a wide swath of rain. Look at right here in Alexandria, just on the southern edges of Shreveport as well. And then you can see certainly the approach of the potential tropical system that's working its way out of the Bay of Campeche and into the southern Gulf. Closer to home, our X-ray Doppler radar provided by Sam Trevino and the gang at Roofing 911. We have a few small showers. We've got one isolated. It looks pretty like we've got some pretty good rainfall going on there at Highway 90 outside of Liberty proper. Winnie could be seeing some very light rain, but your trek up I-10 after Winnie looks to be A-OK, and we know it to be dry here from our weather camera too. And we can see Sabine Pass looking at some isolated showers too. Where our studios here recording 79 degrees, 80 at the Jack Brooks Airport, 77 in Orange, 82 Houston, Galveston Island at a warm 86 this morning. Gosh, the stories coming in from about flooding, and of course, extreme heat, we know that, but the flooding conditions that are claiming lives, you would think that at this point in time that we'd be used to hearing those warnings and understanding what to do. But again, I guess, you know, you can never drive those points home enough to instill those watches and warnings in your mind. So again, stay out of the water that you don't know how deep it is. And of course, we have no problems with that here. But the eastern seaboard certainly does. Gosh, the Dakotas, I'm sorry, and in parts of, we'll say, Minnesota, a lot of the Midwest, seeing that Rapid City, you can see some pretty good rain going on in between North and South Dakota. Some of it as hot as it's been, and you wouldn't see quite the rain that we're looking at south of Las Vegas. But look at this. High pressure should be keeping things relatively quiet there. Not adequately enough, as we're continuing to see rain there. And then off the eastern seaboard, the instability provided by this boundary that's moving offshore will continue to see some coastal showers. But I wanted to show you this. Take a look at the number of heat advisories, either advisories, watches, or warnings. I've just had to combine them all, but look, all the way from just north of Miami, all across the upper portion of Florida, all of North Louisiana, most of Alabama and Mississippi are all under some sort of heat advisories. Of course, the Four Corners as well. Dallas north into, gosh, more than half of Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, as far north as, again, Nebraska, seeing these heat advisories. It's crazy. And then, of course, these are air quality alerts. Here is a flooding advisory that we see in portions of Arizona. And then we got some flooding advisories, no doubt, because of the continued rain along the Carolinas, hopefully moving east and out. Where our current temperatures, Raleigh, North Carolina, 73. We're at 80 in New Orleans, 82 Houston, Wichita at 74, and 70 in Minneapolis. Forecasted to be 89 in Minneapolis, and we do have some extreme heat and some triple digits, but it's not quite as widespread as we have been seeing. So hopefully we can see some relief down the pike. Let's talk tropics. That seems to be the water cooler talk, right? Oh, I forgot to tell you, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, X, our Roku television channel, join me in the comments section, okay? And let me know where you're watching the broadcast from and how the weather's unfolding. This is just an area of disturbed weather so far. The National Hurricane Center is watching it, and it does have a 50% probability of becoming tropical during the next either 48 hours or even up to 7 days. But at this point, it's still very unorganized. Shower activity is there, but again, it lacks the organization for a very, very good closed low to form. So, certainly going to be looking at something that certainly South Texas is going to be really watching for the next couple of days. I don't think this is going to be a 7-day system, no doubt. Let's take a look at Aaron real quick. Tropical storm still now, but is expected to become a major hurricane by 2 o'clock in the morning Sunday. It should be a hurricane tomorrow, a Category 1 hurricane, maybe even later today, Category 1 hurricane. It's already at 70-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, so just biting on the heels of hurricane status, and he's moving northwest pretty fast at 17 miles per hour. You can see the latest coordinates in case you're tracking it by hand at 17.8 north, 54.4 west. It's tropical storm now. Hurricane status Category 1 through Saturday. Sunday, Category 3 possibly. And maybe even at one point, at least this, our models are showing possibly a Category 4 storm, hurricane. For our first, named storm that would be close to the continental U.S. Now, all the models are still keeping Aaron steered off into the Atlantic, but this will no doubt mean elevated tides for most of the Caribbean and the eastern seaboard of the continental U.S., and we're going to be looking at the possibility of some serious rip currents there in the event you might be vacationing or whatever the case. You might have some family or friends that are on the eastern seaboard. That's going to be the problem with Aaron as we progress. Hey, I wanted to let you know that we have our new hurricane tracking guides out now, and we'd love to get a copy of it in your hands. We have them right now at our studios here at the Wellness Center building. Just come anytime before 5 o'clock or regular business hours, and we'll get one of these in your hands, and hopefully by next week, we'll have some of them at a prominent outlet in extreme southeast Texas. But we got it jam-packed with some good news and even some updated stuff from last year. We appreciate all of those. And here's the way things are going to be taking shape. You can see even though high pressure is in the vicinity of the area, it's really not going to inhibit rain activity at all next 24, even 48 hours, as we're going to continue to see those off and on, mainly afternoon. Some of it early morning, some of it afternoon, isolated showers. And when we do see those showers, some of them are some pretty good thunderstorms. We've been having some brilliant lightning displays at times. Almanac page shows yesterday we peaked at 93 at the Jack Brooks Airport, 76. The startup temperature for us, normal high, 93.75, perfect, where we're supposed to be record high of 103 in 2013. And yesterday we did have some pretty good rain at the Jack Brooks Airport. Now, Sabine Pass records 2 high tides, 2 low tides. They're right here on your screen. Sun was up as of 6:43, sun setting at 7:57 tonight. That leaves our forecast for today, sponsored by Wave Solutions. Any computer-related issue for your business, give them a call. Computer-related, networking, IP issues for your business, phone company and business phone systems, setups, security, camera solutions. They've got it all. Give them a call at Wave Solutions. They've helped us immensely here at Southeast Texas Express, and I can't thank them enough. They're great folks to work with and locally owned. Partly cloudy, and I didn't mean to go that long on them, but they really are some cool guys. 40% coverage of showers today, 93 the high, with winds south 5 miles per hour. Tonight, we're not looking at rain tonight. Mostly clear eventually. We'll start off partly cloudy, then mostly clear. Light and variable winds, and we'll see 70, 60 overnight low. Here's our extended outlook by Top Deck Flooring. Man, I could go on about these guys. Talk about great. And every time we ask these guys to partner and help, they don't even question. But aside from all that, any type of interior, outerior flooring, decking, you need to check these guys out. They're local and really, really true to their craft. And even if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can rent the tools from these guys and they'll even do as much help out as you need. You buy the supplies from them, rent the tools, and you can do the flooring yourself if it's something easy. Something larger, obviously, we've got the manpower and the know-how to do it at Top Deck Flooring. They're in just outside of Ida on I-10. Partly cloudy, gosh, through the weekend, through the start of next week, and talk about broken records, right? Mid-90s for highs, mid-70s for lows, and that same 30 and 40% coverage of rain through the weekend. Let's see, again, if you're on Facebook and can possibly do so safely, let me know about it. Love to tell you hello. Facebook, what was I saying? Facebook, X, YouTube, and our Roku channel. I want to remind everybody certainly to down if you're doing your streaming at home on a Roku television. Our channel is available there, and it's absolutely free, and it gives you weather 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as this wonderful person here knows. Probably better than anyone, because the poor thing's got to hear it from me when she's probably got other things on her mind, you know, work, and she's hearing me about this stuff, weather and road. But she is, this is my daughter, Kelly Corbell, by the way, married to Justin. You can see there, they are huge into the Renaissance Festival. And man, with the costumes and I think they stay in a pup tent or something. Anyway, they love Renaissance Festival, and I have a wonderful granddaughter, Aria, by them as well. And anyway, Kelly is the quintessential weather tracker, okay? So much so that anytime we've got an event going through, and they live in Mauriceville, and it seems to me that is the hub for bad weather. If it's going to get bad, it'll get bad around Mauriceville, right? And she's on it, so I appreciate it. She says this morning, not a bad drive to school this morning. She is an educator. Thank you very much. Are we going to get some rain? Yes, we are. A little cypress. I keep saying Mauriceville, and it's like some of those folks would say, Port Neches Groves. That's one? No, that's two different cities, Port Neches and Groves. Little Cypress, Mauriceville. You know. So anyway, thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it very much. And yes, we are going to get some rain, and little, I think, being the key word there, though, Kelly. I think what little rain that we're going to be seeing. I say that 40% coverage. We've been seeing days where the airport gets an inch of rain, and at my house in Lumberton, not even a drop. Yesterday was pretty much the case too. I think we had maybe close to a tenth of an inch of rain, and I had way more of it at my house. So, hey, we keep you updated here. We'll love doing it, and if at all possible, make sure you tell your friends and family to download our app. Download the app on your phone. Southeast Texas Express, it's free. We got 2 great radio stations there, and our Roku weather channel as well. You need to check both radio stations out. We update you on the weather on both of them, and of course on the Roku television channel too. And again, even if you don't have Roku at home, you can get it right there on your cell phone. So we'd love to have you there. Coming up this weekend, we'll have the Cajun Express radio show on Sunday morning on Classic Country Express. My wife does classic, the Christian Express show from 10 until 1. You'll absolutely love it. So check it out on Southeast Texas Express, downloadable on your cell phone. Folks, have a great rest of your Friday and an equally nice weekend coming up.